Subscribe our channel Top Stories CNN for latest news updates.
U.S. officials tell world leaders to ignore President Donald Trump. U.S. officials have attempted to calm rattled leaders across the world by urging them to ignore U.S. President Donald Trump's Twitter rants. Global policy representatives at the Munich Security Conference were told not to pay any attention to Mr. Trump's tweets. It comes after the U.S. president said his national security advisor Herbert Raymond McMaster had forgot to mention that his presidential election was not impacted by the Russians. An investigation by Mr. McMaster found the evidence is now incontrovertible that Vladimir Putin's Russia interfered with the elections. And on Sunday, American officials sought to insist the nation was still angry with Russia over its election meddling and the nation remains firmly committed to Europe. Mr. McMaster told the international conference to dismiss Donald Trump's tweets, telling the conference in Germany, "We would love to have a cyber dialogue when Russia is sincere about curtailing its sophisticated form of espionage." According to the Sunday Morning Herald. Republican Michael Turner said, "The values are the same. The relationships are the same. What you do see is this administration willing to put pressure upon the systems." The words of encouragement came just a day after German Foreign Minister Sigmar Gabriel admitted he could not understand America. Mr. Gabriel, who is also Angela Merkel's deputy, said, "How do we measure America? By its deeds, its words or its tweets?" Meanwhile, Republican Senator Lindsey Graham was poised to failure of countries in Europe to spend 2% of its economic output on defense as part of their membership of NATO, which is a growing concern of Mr. Trump. But instead Ms. Graham swiftly said, "I want you to get to 2% so Trump will be quiet." The U.S. issued the indictments of 13 Russians and 3 Russian companies accused of meddling in the 2016 American election. The indictments, which include the first charges laid by U.S. Special Counsel Robert Mueller for election interference, detailed a stunning operation launched in 2014. Russia allegedly wanted to sow social division in the United States and influence American politics, including the presidential election of 2016. U.S. Special Counsel Robert Mueller alleges that by mid-2016, the campaign, under the direction of Yevgeny Prigozhin, a close ally of Russian President Vladimir Putin, became focused on boosting Donald Trump and demeaning his rivals, including Democrat Hillary Clinton. It allegedly involved hundreds of people working in shifts and with a budget of millions of dollars. 3 companies were also indicted. Mr. Mueller said that members of the group posed as U.S. citizens on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube and Instagram, posting content that reached significant numbers of Americans. The content was retweeted by the president's 2 eldest sons Don Jr. and Eric, as well as other top campaign officials and members of Mr. Trump's inner circle. The indictments made no judgment, however, on whether the alleged Russian efforts had altered the outcome of the election.